When I was a tour guide here at the Institute of Jamaica, you'll have, visitors just coming into our museum space, whether it's a teacher, a parent, even tertiary students. They would come in and they would say, what kind of programs do you have for someone who is blind? Because I have a sister or a brother who is blind, and I didn't have an answer for them. As time went on, I started thinking about, there must be something that I can do to create a program that would impact that kind of disability. So I said, well, if they can't see, they can definitely learn in a tactile way.
Stephanie's idea flourished. In 2016, she launched Touch Tours at the National Museum of Jamaica in collaboration with my school, the Salvation Army School for the Blind. Come, let me show you what Touch Tours are all about. I have my most favorite piece throughout all my exploration. I have
very good.
Pewter flagon.
Very good. Very
it's
good.
Smooth. It's like a thermos, and it has an opener.
Very good.
And it inside it they put wine and other stuff.
Very good.
So, just in case you're wondering, these guided touch tours are free of cost. The tours aim to engage students like me who are blind, visually impaired, or have developmental or cognitive disabilities. Here's more.
We do it in small numbers, no more than 6 to 10 students at a time. And so what we do, we set up an area, we set up a table, and we select an artifact that is related to a particular theme. So let's say we want them to learn about the Taino people or the Africans or the Chinese. We would select those artifacts. We allow them to come into that area that is set up for the touch tours. Go, Sarah.
It has a little smooth texture, and it's bumpy. It doesn't have like smooth, and it will be straight and flat.
Right.
It's bumpy. And it's kind of straight, but it has a little curve.
Yes.
And they have a little hole inside.
And do you remember where that piece came from? We talked about it. Do you remember? From which animal it came from?
The elephant.
The elephant, the tusk. And it's called what? Ivory. Ivory, very good. And so we engage them, we talk to them, we allow them to engage with the artifact. They, stretch their hands out, and we ask them, to feel what is in front of them, and we ask them questions like, what do you think this is? We want them to engage with the artifact in exploring different shapes, different textures, how it feels, different weight, and so on, to ignite their metaphorical thinking. And that is what Touch Tours is really all about. What are you holding, Deidre?
A baby doll.
Very good. Tell us the story behind that. You remember what I said?
When they have a twin and one of them died, they made this to represent it.
Very good.
As you can see, just like any other guided tours for students, we get to learn about the wide range of artifacts at the museum through touch.
The National Museum is the repository of Jamaica's cultural heritage. So we house over 17,000 artifacts representing our tangible cultural heritage. Some of the permanent exhibitions we have at the National Museum of Jamaica, we have Ubuntu, Taino, and Treasures, Mysteries, and Stories.
This exhibition space name is Ubuntu. What's the name? Ubuntu. Now we're all speaking Zulu.
Ubuntu reflects our African heritage. We have artifacts representing the Yoruba tribe, the Ashanti tribe, we have Ibeji dolls, all fun stuff. As you can see behind us, we have some masks from various regions in Africa. Taino is basically reflecting the Taino heritage that we have here, the Taino culture. So all things Taino you can find in the Taino exhibition. Treasures, Mysteries, and Stories is our newest exhibition space. Treasures because our artifacts are our national treasures. Mysteries because some of our artifacts we don't have a story behind them of how we acquired them or a background story. And then some of them we have a full story as to how we acquired them and the nature surrounding those particular artifacts, you know, where they're from, who used it before, you know, detailed information about it. So that is what Treasures, Mysteries and Stories is about.
To learn more about touch tours and the interesting artifacts, just call the National Museum Jamaica. It is open to the public Mondays to Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. See you soon!